It's Carlo, that fence guy. I'm gonna go over a couple of common questions that I always get regarding picket fencing, for whether it's the front of their house or it's the back of their house. I always get asked a ton of questions on, I want this style and I want this style, and I always have to point out a bunch of things on what style they should go with or what different styles look like. So let's kind of start off in this corner over here. This style specifically over here is called enclosed picket fence. The reason it's called enclosed is because the bottom rail is enclosed and so is the top. The pickets themselves don't actually run through. I personally like that style, and the reason is because you could put your hand on top, you could lean on it, you could do whatever you want. Here's another style of that same thing. See, enclosed. The only difference is the pickets in between are different sizes. This is also another style. If you have kids, I definitely don't recommend that style. They will break them. Now this is called the scallop picket. As you can see, that's what I mean by scallop. Now there's two different styles that you can make scallop pickets out of vinyl. The first style is called mounted, where it's actually mounted onto the rail. You can see we mount it onto the rail itself. The second style, which I think is actually more sturdy and doesn't have all those buttons, is ones where we actually make the cuts and your picket goes through it. So it makes it a lot more stronger. Now, a couple of things that I want to point out is this picket is about 6 inches lower than this. So when you're asking somebody you want 3 feet high, specify you want this 3 feet high or you want your lowest picket to be 3 feet high. So if your lowest picket is 3 feet high, that means this is going to be 3.5. So remember that these calculations need to be taken into place when you're trying to build your picket fence. Now again, different styles. These are the wider pickets, or you can go with the more boxy looking pickets, the 1.5 by 1.5. So again, different styles. It all depends on what you're going for. Now those are all the ones that were scalloped, where it goes curved downwards. You could go ones where it's going straight. So that would be going straight across. Now a lot of people in different areas have slopes. And with slopes, there's certain things you can't do. And I'll go back to that. I just wanted to show you, this is the more modern style that we do of picket fences in front of people's houses. This is the more modern style. Now, certain people, their front yard isn't level straight like this. In order to work with a scallop fence, you need that property to be fairly level. If you have any slopes or we're going up a slope, do not put a scallop style. That's just going to make it look very awkward when it's going upwards, because those scallops won't line up as nice as they do when it's going straight. So take all of this into consideration before you actually plan putting your picket fence in the front. Figure out what you're actually putting it for. This style specifically I don't like because kids are able to grab it, pull it, yank on it, and next thing you know, they'll break this off. Or even on this side, same concept. They'll grab it, pull it. There's just too many things that can happen over here, and I don't want to see kids get hurt. That's why when you have kids, smaller kids specifically, I always recommend the enclosed railing. And even this style, people might say, oh my God, this style is so nice. Oh my God, wow, wow. This is like a ladder for kids. So kids will actually climb this. So I always point out these things, and I always ask my customers, like, what are you trying to achieve? What's your purpose of putting this? Do you have kids? Do you have dogs? And remember this too. You don't like the spacing over here? Work with a company that can actually space this out to whatever you want. I've had customers that have asked me, they want 4-inch spacing because they want wider gaps to be able to see better. So these are all specific things that you can specify and get it exactly the way that you want. If you guys have any questions, shoot a comment below. I'll be sure to get back to you. Good luck on your next fencing project. Talk to you later.